Fools.
You getting into Taoism? Get a little Ursula K. Le Guin?
Yeah, dude. I always find myself back in Taoism a little bit. I think it's what I need.
How to read the Tao of Pooh.
I've listened to it.
We're feeling cute.
It's awesome. That was my first introduction into Taoism because I'm like, how do I? Hey guys, ask me what I'm eating.
Is it a bagel? Sorry, what are you eating?
Is a double chunk chocolate cookie. You guys seen Costco, guys?
Nope.
Is it the Riz Master?
The Rizzler became part of them. I think they kind of adopted him. I don't know if that was legal. They just kind of took him and made videos with him.
He's not part of those. He's not part of that guy.
He's not biologically their family. No, he's just a kid that they had lots of likes. So they're like, "You're with us now." Isn't that insane?
Wow. What?
Incredible.
I don't like that.
They can't just have whatever they want. What is
you
this?
You can't take the Rizzler.
Well, welcome back to Biblia Fools. We'll reread books so you don't have to. Boys, it had been a long time, and so it's time to get back to sci-fi. We're here with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes, let's do it. I fucking
great
love
American
this book.
classic. Oh, wait.
43.
Guys. It's 42, you dumb piece of dumb.
Jackie Robinson is the answer to the universe?
I thought it was
69.
69.
Jackie Robinson. It's not 69. But
69 makes more sense because that would be yin and yang.
What does 96 mean? What the hell is 6'7"? It doesn't matter.
No.
It's brain rot. I can actually explain 6'7". It's because it's not a joke. That's the joke.
I asked my niece that, and that's what she told me. So, wow.
Yeah, the benignity. Is that
Banality.
Banality, thank you.
Nope.
The bananity.
That's a different word.
Banality?
Isn't it banal is not the same as benign?
Banal and benign.
Banal,
they kind of mean the
banana,
same thing.
Sean
Bibbidi Fools.
Welcome back. We're here with Hyperion, a great sci-fi classic about
you're
a
doing a
metal
whole
knife
bit.
man who will fuck you up. No, guys, come on.
Can you show me the full cover? Can you show
That's
me the
not
full
the-
Hey,
cover?
Evan, do
You
you
wanna
have
see
Kroll
Hyperion?
on VHS?
No, I got it on freaking
Blu-ray.
I got it on what's
Criterion
It's
correction.
Fandango at home now, but what was it? Voodoo.
Do you really have Kroll
Hell
on
yeah,
Voodoo?
dude! I watch Kroll all the time.
Go
I
over
love
to
Kroll.
the left. And
That's
down.
called. That says Vermont.
Is that just
That's
a knife
Hyperion.
man?
Yeah, he's the Shrike, dude. He'll fuck you up.
Is he a bad guy?
Oh hell yeah, he's bad.
That looks cool.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't read the whole series. That book's fucking great though. But it's not the book we're reading this week. That is.
I forgot that we're doing the bit. Yep.
We're doing a bit.
Do
we keep-
Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? The Blade Runner book.
I do
You
want
got
to
a
read
lot
that.
of freaking.
Sci-fi. He's
sci-fi.
fucking obsessed with sci-fi.
Yeah, but it's not that book this week. It's iRobot.
He's just
This bit could
expressly
go on
ignoring
forever.
us.
How many do you think I have? Guess
I'm
how
gonna
many
guess-
more I have.
I'm gonna
Fun-
guess like 4, 7.
That's what he was looking at earlier. I was wondering what he was looking at. I was like, he just keeps looking off. He was just looking at them, just longingly, licking his lips.
I only have one more.
tenderly.
It's the only one you need.
Dune.
Done.
Done. That's a
The
big
mother
book.
of all sci-fi.
That boy's
The father,
dummy thick.
maybe even, dude. That's what I was
Well-
going to say. I forgot to say it last episode. When you love someone, you don't cast them aside or else bad things happen. Case in point, Paul Atreides.
No, his parents loved
Zendaya's
him.
your girl. You don't cast Zendaya aside. Not on my
Don't
watch.
cast her
Well,
aside.
in the book, she's not that big of a character, though.
But then she'll end up with a Spider-Man.
Yes, the fuck she is, dude.
But
I'll go to war about
okay,
this.
I don't actually know this. I didn't.
You don't know.
It's okay. We're back with Wuthering Heights, not a sci-fi. And let me introduce you to the 2 most important men in my life. Is that true? Men my age. Mikhail and Rowe.
Hi. Wait. Hold on. There's 2 wolves. There's 2
Yeah.
cats in me. I'm like, or shouldn't we be?
We went from like high to low, top to bottom.
Yeah, you just took something away from
You're
me.
like,
You just
you're very
dangled it in my
important.
face.
And then they're like, oh, you guys exist.
No. I mean, I have a dad. He's an important man.
Yeah,
in
your
my life.
He's the
dope.
most important person. The most.
I don't want to weigh in on this. It's not a topic I want to dive into right
Your
now.
dad's cool.
I'm
Your
not,
here
I'm not
with-
saying that Jim's
Greg
not
Canal.
important. I'm just saying that Are we not in the family? Is it not
You're in the
us
family.
and Jim?
Oh,
Hey, Jim, that's what it
that's
is.
not what I was trying to say. Of course, you guys are my boys. What do I got? You two, I'm fine. Just if we have each other, we're good. What am I
have
trying to
each
say?
other.
Why are you struggling? You're
What else do
really
you need?
struggling through that.
Kyle Dunshee. Kyle's here.
Now I'm
Kyle.
hurt. I'm here and I'm hurt. And
Wait,
I'm going to take it out on your family for generation
We
upon
can just
generation
do
upon
Mac's
generation.
intro. We could do that. I tried to do the sci-fi thing, and now I like really fumbled it hard. Well, do you guys ever want to just take everything away from someone to the point that they just die? Kyle?
No.
That was the Yorkshire Moor of a man, Kyle Dunshee, and we are joined by McKylan.
Yes.
Are you gonna not read your own script? God damn it! All right. Well, this is Phools. To catch you up to speed, we read books so you don't have to. We do that as a public service, and you're welcome. It's free. You don't have to pay us. We'd like you to, though. We have no method for accepting payment, really. Should fix that.
Yeah, we'll set up a Venmo or something.
We'll figure it out.
Cash
Well,
App.
today we're diving
P.O. box.
into a P.O. box. I think that's how you do it, right?
We just have guys on every corner that accept cash.
The Bibliofools guy.
The actual Bibliofools.
That's right.
They're
They're
on the street
wearing, like,
corners.
you're gonna notice them by their checker pattern suspenders and
They're wearing checkered
fedoras.
suspenders. They're wearing fedoras, and they're just reading a novel.
They use words like spiffy and listen to music that has horns in it.
Yeah, that was, I didn't really get it, and then I was like, that's us. That was high school.
All right. Well, we're getting back to Wuthering Heights. This is part 2 of a book that caught us all by surprise, and we're continually discovering. So I'm excited to find out what we find in this book and in ourselves over the next, hour and 15 on average.
10 days. I always referred to this book as Wuthering Heights.
Because you love Werther's originals. I knew
I
it.
just love me some.
You
just
love sucking down a Werther's original.
I love sucking on a hard caramel.
Well, so far, this book has been pure gothic chaos in the best way. We've met the Earnshaws and the Lintons, watched Catherine and Heathcliff grow up wild on the moors, seen jealousy and cruelty twist the household at Wuthering Heights, and felt the fallout when Catherine chooses the comforts of Thrushcross Grange over a boy who's always been her shadow. Everything has spiraled into heartbreak, bitterness, and broken relationships, and just when it feels like the dust might finally settle, Heathcliff disappears without a word, only to return 3 years later as a completely transformed man and bent on revenge. That's
It's
where we
bad.
stopped.
That's where we
It's-
stopped. I think the dust settled, and then he kicked it right back up.
He kicked it up. I
He
think
sure did.
I respect Heathcliff for running away and not returning. As a child, I tried to run away so many times, and I made it down the street
He did
before I
return.
got scared and came back. No, he was gone for 3 years. That's dedication.
That's not
Hold
that
on.
long. COVID was 5 years ago, and it feels like it was yesterday.
You just said you tried to run away so many times. What does that mean?
It means I tried to run away from home.
But like how many
I get-
times is so many times?
Like more than 5.
More than 5 is why I was going to say I feel like that's a
normal kid
that's a
thing to do.
normal thing. Is just like, I'm going to get at your parents are just like, stop being annoying, and you're just
Yeah.
like, no, you
They're
don't
like-
get me.
Stop breaking shit. Like, I can't afford all the shit you're breaking. Stop ripping t-shirts. And I'm like, I'm running away from home.
Yeah,
And
as
then
you
I
get
make
older,
it-
you're just like, I get it. Like that was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
What's the average runaway for you? Like, of the more than 5 times, like, what did it look like? Take us
I would
through.
like I'd be full of sadness and anger and not understand my feelings, and I'd run away and I'd go probably down the street for a bit, and then I'm like, I didn't bring anything. It might
Oh, so
rain.
you would go for a walk?
Yeah. I go and then I'd be like, I'm like, hey, how come no one's coming to get me? How come no one's coming to get me?
Yeah.
Or I'd go hide in the park, and then like 10 minutes later, be like, nothing to do here, and I'd go home. and no
But
one would
you
know I was
would
gone.
turn around. They didn't register that it happened.
Well, because you also did it when they were like, "Go do whatever." Like fucking,
Yeah.
you also you're old enough that, and we were of the generation where it'd be like, "I'm going out," and they'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah, I'd be like, okay. And my mom
Just
would be like, how was your walk? I'm like, you mean when I
when
ran
I
away from home?
when
And
I
then my
fought the
brothers would laugh at me
system.
and I'd run away again.
I was an only child, so running away was pointless. I'd be like, "There's nobody here. What am I?
No one's here to chase me. This is stupid.
I'm alone in this house. I've run away.
You're
What do we
like,
do?
this is, I've already got it.
I'm away. They're away. They ran away. Are they running away from me?
Oh,
it me?
shoot, it was a whole other thing. Is it me? Oh, my goodness. Well, Heathcliff has returned after years away. He Count of Monte Cristo'd. It never explains where he got his money, but he came
No.
back rich as hell and all clean and proper. And he's got a nice blue suit, and he gives sort of sideways glances like he does in the trailer of Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, and
The
he's like
movie,
sexy
Jacob
now.
Elordi. Yeah.
I would have loved to see. Well, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just like to picture this as, that when Django's wearing the Austin Powers suit. When I read the part of him coming home, I just saw that slow zoom pull of just Jamie Foxx and his little, just crushed blue velvet.
Blue velvet, yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's how I want to. If I have a triumphant return ever, I want it to be in that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he is determined to insert himself back into the Earnshaw and Linton households.
That's what we call in the streets a triple entendre.
Well, Heathcliff moves into Wuthering Heights with Hindley, exploiting his gambling addiction and alcoholism. That's on
Nice.
Hindley, by the way.
Yeah, that's
And-
on Hindley. Heathcliff didn't make him gamble or be an alcoholic. He just took advantage of it.
And gradually, he takes control of the property as Hindley falls further and further in debt to him. When Hindley finally dies of his alcoholism, it's discovered he'd mortgaged the whole property to Heathcliff, meaning Heathcliff has full control of the estate and custody of Hindley's son Hareton, who Heathcliff swears to mistreat as revenge upon his father.
So this is, as we said with Count of Monte Cristo parallel. This is where where Emily, she goes into the real Alexander
Yeah.
Dumas. He was like, "What if I have some fun?" And Emily was like, "No.
This is
We're
how
not-
it works.
We're not having fun here. This guy is angry,
Yeah.
and you
So,
feel his wrath."
so Heaton is Hindley's son, and his mom died
Hareton.
when he was Hareton. Hareton's mom is not around because she died early on, and it was just Hindley and Hareton. And then Heathcliff comes around, and he just shakes things up because Hindley is such a damn alcoholic and gambler. It's just crazy how easy Heathcliff comes and is like, everything is like, I'm in charge now, to his former abuser. It just happens so fast, and it's really kind of badass.
That's, if you're gonna be a bad person, don't be an alcoholic as well. You don't, because
Choose
if you're an
one.
alcoholic, it's harder to be a bad person because then somebody can take their revenge. You gotta.
Exploit that.
You're a bad person. Like, you're not good at being a bad person if you're an
You're
alcoholic.
lousy at
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to be chaotic evil. You want to be the other lawful. You want to be lawful evil.
There you go. But speaking of lawful evil, Hindley deeply resents, he hates that Heathcliff somehow ended up in this position. He hates it so much because he mistreated him so poorly. And
There's
So
a
he-
good point there where it's like somehow it's like you dumb bitch. It's your fault.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
He tricked you. This
You-
fucking guy is crazy. I hate this guy.
Why
you
is he-
gave him the house.
yeah, why is Heathcliff coming back and manipulating me and treating me poorly? I don't know, because you abused him his whole damn life, you stupid
Yes,
bitch.
every day.
But also, like, you can't be mad that he manipulated you. You should. The sign of a good bad person would be like,
I'm being manipulated.
you got me. You got me. That son of a bitch.
Nice.
He did it again. He would be the French guy at the end of Ocean's 12. Great movie. Continue.
Oh, wonderful. Well, he does want to kill him. And
Yeah.
every night, this I thought was metal. He, like, every single night, he, like, can't help himself. He thinks of all the reasons why he shouldn't do this, but then he grabs his pistol and he goes and he tries the door and it's locked. And he's like, if I ever find it not locked, I'm going to shoot him. And then he tries to shoot him, and Heathcliff just, like, comes in the door And well, there's more to this story.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
more
Yeah,
a
to it.
little bit like layered and stuff. But the
But
long
this
story
is
short is he takes the gun and beats the shit out of him.
yeah,
And then that starts the decline and that he ends up dying.
but, like, how dumb is Hindley that it's like the one thing preventing me from killing this guy that's taken over my
is a
life
locked
is a
door.
locked door. Go to him in the daytime when he's not in the locked room.
That's what generational wealth will do this to you. You just
That combined with inbreeding makes you just dumb as a
oh
rock.
my god, that soft chin and that inability to imagine how to get through a door.
How
Ugh.
can I get past this door? It's
Oh
impossible.
god, it's locked.
Also, it's your house. You probably have the key, dumbass. Like, are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
it's your house. Kick the door in. Like people will be like, "What happened to that door?" I don't know. It's my fucking house. I do what I want.
And Heathcliff is smart enough to know he's like, this idiot doesn't know how to open doors, so I'm safe. I'm not going to protect myself. I'm just going to lock the door. That's it.
It's the Nietzsche talks about the savage man. Yeah.
So Nietzsche.
Nietzsche called it. Heathcliff. Heathcliff visits Catherine incessantly. As tensions rise between Heathcliff and Edgar, Catherine becomes emotionally overwhelmed by her guilt and her desire for Heathcliff, which has never died and burns as strong as 1,000 suns, and Edgar's impassionate passivity as a caring and patient husband. Meanwhile, Isabella Linton, this is Edgar's younger sister, finds herself drawn to Heathcliff, captivated by his intensity, despite repeated warnings from those around her.
So there's this cool scene that we have to talk about where Heathcliff has been like, Catherine, I love you. Come on, Catherine, I love you. And he's bugging her and he's bugging her and he's making it obvious to Edgar. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take your wife. And Edgar's like, that's mean. Don't do that to me. He's being very passive. And at one point, Heathcliff, I think he's in Edgar's house. He's flirting with Catherine. And Edgar's like, I've had enough of this. I'm getting the guards. And Catherine's like, no, you can face him man to man. I'm not letting you go get your guards. And so then, correct me if I'm wrong, then Edgar gets mad and he starts moping. Heathcliff comes up to him and he gets up and throat punches him.
Yeah.
And then he runs
Edgar
away.
throat punches Heathcliff.
Edgar throat
Yeah.
punches Heathcliff and runs away. And then comes back with more guys because he knows Heathcliff would just rip into shreds.
It's okay. I made the Nietzsche joke earlier. It is a true thing. Like Edgar's just so comfy. He's just such a little.
Yeah.
He's just so comfy. I imagine Heathcliff has just been through all that. He got his money from whaling, like something crazy, and like
Hunting Moby Dick.
yeah, he was on the Moby Dick boat. He was just like, I'll eat all these guys. I don't care. But it's that thing of like, it's like a force of nature that comes through. And I think that's part of the fear that they had at the beginning, and they created it in Heathcliff. I think this is what people are afraid of, is like, there's somebody who like, he's not like us and he doesn't understand our social cues. So you know what we do? We don't teach him the social cues. And that makes it so that he can eventually come over and usurp us and kill us because he's not afraid of the same things that we're afraid of.
And then when he does come over, we don't know how to deal with him, so we're going to cheap shot him by punching him directly in the throat and running away.
Which
Yeah.
comes
buddies.
as at the end, like that is a last straw scenario. It's really like the only active thing Edgar ever
It
does.
is.
And
Edgar
he
should have been
makes
like,
it-
don't come in my house.
Yeah, Edgar
Get the
should
fuck
have-
out of here.
Really?
Yeah, and he's making it so much worse for himself because Catherine is still attracted to Heathcliff because Heathcliff's like a rebel. He's like a ruffian, and they
Mhm.
grew up in that same energy, and she feels like we share the same soul, which is a beautiful thing to say. And then Heathcliff comes back around, and like Edgar just steps aside and just lets himself be cooked,
Yeah.
and then
He's just
freaking
watching from the chair.
Catherine's
basically.
like,
Like every hotel
You
that
are
has
so
that weird
passive.
duck chair.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, the cuck chair. He's
Yeah,
sitting in the
that's a-
cuck chair.
That's a thing in like the manosphere. This book is like perfect for the manosphere because it's like, it's not good to be like, "Ugh, every room I walk into, I'm an alpha. Like that's a bad, not healthy way to
especially
live.
because the
Oh,
alpha
yeah.
argument has been disproven in wolves.
It's not a real thing in fucking losers. But it's also you can't you can't get so comfortable in your life that you just are passive and like let fear run you. It's the fact that this is from the 1800s, like it's not
Nothing's
different.
changed.
This is
Yeah.
something that we think about today, where it's if some guy came into my house and was talking shit, what would I do?
Yeah, and so not only is this Edgar's wife fallen back in love, well, she was always in love with Heathcliff, but she's just like letting her guard down, not caring as much. But Edgar's sister is like, I'm also in love with this guy, big time. and everyone tells her no. Even Catherine is like, "You don't get it. This guy is rough around the edges. He would destroy, like, don't do it." And she's like, "I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm rich and I get what I want."
Yes.
It's gonna work out really well for her.
But
Yeah,
also,
as we'll see.
if you didn't spend 30 years telling this guy that he's rough and terrible, maybe he wouldn't be so fucking rough and terrible.
Food for
Yeah.
thought.
Food for thought. You chew on that for a second. So Isabella,
After about 30 years, the I can fix him energy, ladies, get rid of it. If he's
Seriously.
if he's
Stop
over
that
like
shit.
if he's over like 35, I would say you can't fix him.
I'd say over, yeah, I mean, I'd say over 30. I don't know. And this
I
is a
feel
good
like at
example.
30, because like being 30, I'm like, oh, I'm making changes.
I'm
There's-
fixable.
There's
Okay.
there's
Fix me.
definitely I've been fixed. There's definitely some hiccups. It's
Yeah.
harder.
But this is a
It's like-
cautionary tale. I love that the I can fix it mentality.
Yeah,
Yeah, get rid of
Isabella's
that.
got that. Dude, that's crazy. I didn't think about this. The Lintons,
good.
they are victims of Heathcliff, but they're also victims of the way that they grew up, which is what you said at the top. I hadn't thought
Yeah.
about it from that angle, but that's totally true. Edgar is
But
Mr.
it's-
Nice Guy, and Isabella's I can fix him. They're just like, they are so naive.
But it's nature versus nurture in like the macro view of like society is the nurture, right? And society
Yeah.
nurtures you into being like, well, nothing can happen because there's these rules. And nature is like, what are you fucking kidding me?
Anything
It's
can
the
happen.
same
Yeah.
thing as like a hurricane being like, this town doesn't matter. I don't care about these houses that you built. It's
Yeah.
that same thing on a micro scale to whatever, is that somebody can come in and just be like, that's not a rule. What are you talking about? I don't have to
Yeah.
stand up when
It's a
you
good
leave
analogy
the room.
because Heathcliff is a hurricane of a person, just
Yes.
ready to tear shit up here. So
Yeah, I'm
I
so
don't
sorry.
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for anybody in this book. I want to
This
make that
is-
so clear.
I do
don't
feel bad for
anybody.
Isabella.
Okay, this
I
is
don't
the-
feel bad for anybody, including Heathcliff. This is just like we talked about in Sirens. It's just all of these choices that they've made
Yeah.
resulting
So-
in
but this is the
And-
part where I think Heathcliff
no,
starts.
Evan, shut the fuck up. We're talking.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm so sorry,
You
Evan, I'm
guys,
so sorry.
no, please.
No, you're good. Kyle, keep
No,
going.
I'll just sit and watch
Evan-
from the
Evan,
cuck chair.
Well, I want to talk about the book. This is book stuff.
What do you think I'm
um,
talking about?
We're all
Freaking
talking about
fine,
book
Kyle,
stuff.
dude.
No,
Go
Evan,
ahead,
go.
talk about the book. No, I'm serious. I'm just
No, this
fucking
is-
with you. Go ahead. I want to hear what you're gonna say.
I don't have to be here. Just kidding.
I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a choice.
Okay, sorry. Jokes aside, this is where I think Heathcliff starts really crossing a line because doesn't he like strangle and hang Isabella's dog
Up on a fence.
Yes,
on a
yeah.
fence? Like
Yeah.
he tortures Isabella's dog just to mess with her.
Yeah, he's. Yeah.
That's
He
where
comes
I'm
back
like,
full American Psycho.
yeah, this is where he starts getting. I'm like, oh man, you're not this tragic figure anymore. You're making some choices that are pretty naughty, and I don't like it.
So Isabella ignores the warnings and elopes with Heathcliff. The marriage quickly becomes abusive as Heathcliff reveals his true disdain for her and the Linton family. Isabella eventually flees the Heights, escaping with their frail and sickly newborn son, Linton Heathcliff.
AKA bitch Heathcliff.
Bitch.
Bitch Heathcliff. That's what this kid is.
Yeah, he is though. So during the same period, Catherine's health deteriorates rapidly and she dies shortly after giving birth to her daughter, Kathy. At her deathbed, Heathcliff begs her spirit to remain near him and haunt him rather than leave him alone in a world without her.
Evan, what did you think about this before we start talking?
Man, it's like you hate everything that they're doing and you're like, man, these people are horrible, and then you get these little moments of humanity where like man, Nellie goes into Catherine's corpse, and the only way that you could tell that Heathcliff had been there, because he was not invited to the funeral, but she left the window open even though she hates Heathcliff. She comes back a little bit later, and the lock of hair in her locket has been replaced with dark hair, and she sees the lock of Edgar's hair on the floor, and that's how she knows that he's been here. And so she picks up the lock of Edgar's hair and intertwines the two and puts it back in the locket. And it's
Dang.
like, that's some of the reason why I love this book so
It's
much, 'cause you're like,
beautiful.
everybody sucks, but then you're like, then you do these little things. Man, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like this beautiful like parable that's mixed with these feelings that we all feel. Like nobody feels like they can be a full hero or a full villain or a full it's hard to like even in love, like you guys are married, I love my girlfriend. Like it's hard to just give yourself over and there's these parts of you that are at odds with it, and not in like it isn't in a negative way, but it's not like it deteriorates either of them. And this book just makes that it just blows that up into this crazy way, and it's just
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
passion is a force that will kill you, but it's also the most beautiful thing that can be. And it's awesome, and I love it. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so nice to like use my brain for 5 minutes for once and be like reading something great, not reading fucking Twilight.
Which we talked about, like, that whole animalistic love that takes you over when we were talking about Twilight, and I feel like this book really shows the consequences of, like, if that's all that you have, like, you can really hurt a lot of people with that
And
love,
that's
you know?
yeah,
Passion
and
is
that's
destructive.
yeah, that's all Heathcliff has, and he's so and that's why, like, he's endearing is because he loves Catherine so passionately and fiercely and profoundly, but, like, ignores that's the only thing he cares about is his love for Catherine. Everyone else can go to hell.
Mm.
It doesn't matter, but it's almost like, wow, his love is so full and powerful, it's almost enviable, but it's so dangerous at the same time.
It's like Anakin Skywalker it's from the prequels, dude. The prequels of Star
They
Wars are
fucking nailed
Wuthering
it, dude.
Heights.
Like, this makes me think, like, this was like the I was thinking of Twilight when I read I'm like, this was the original as far as I can tell. I'm sure the Ottoman Empire had a story like this, but we lost the text. Um, but, like,
The
this was the original in modern day literature version of this, and that's awesome because just like Frankenstein was the original monster horror, this was the original toxic love or just passionate, steamy love that goes awry.
I bet there's like 100 of these that are in Africa, but they wouldn't translate them, and we only like European stuff, and it's terrible. But colonialism.
Gets him every time. Well, we do have to fill in a couple details here, which is Heathcliff, we cannot put lightly how terrible Heathcliff is to Isabella.
Oh, it's brutal.
This
It's
was
really
the
sad.
this was the other thing where I'm like, when you're physically and emotionally abusive, that's just not okay. I don't care how much you were hurt, that's just not okay. Um, and this was like a lot of the straw that broke the camel's back. Does it mean Heathcliff is a terrible person in and out?
Yes.
No, but it means he's doing really terrible things and he's choosing to do terrible things, and that's not okay.
But it's the thing of we talk about it all the time of like containing multitudes. This is such a great version of like all the things that we're obsessed with in our like high thoughts on
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah, I want to hear you guys justify his abuse of that woman. Yeah,
No, not justifying it. I'm saying
I'm
like
just kidding.
Bail. Wait, yeah, I'm out.
let me tell you, what did she say to him?
Heathcliff asked for Catherine to haunt him, which is why this is a ghost story. Okay, so just wanted to make that point again.
No, he begs her to haunt, and that's another one of these beautiful moments where he's like, "I'm gonna be so mad if you're gone. Like, don't you dare leave me. Be with me in whatever form you can, even if it's haunting and terrorizing." He's like, "I need you here with me," which is beautiful and awesome and crazy.
Crazy. Years pass.
Wait, hold
Edgar
on.
raises his
I want
daughter.
to hear Evan pontificate. Make a point.
What do you think about that? Him asking her to haunt him.
Okay, so there's something about the window of the little attic room that they used to be trapped in because Hindley was on a tear, and so they would go like hide from him. And they're up in that room, and that's where Lockwood, who is not an important character in this story, but he's sort of the narrator. It's him learning this from Nellie. That's like how the story happens. He stays in that attic room and has this dream where Catherine is trying to like break the window and get in. She's like, let me in. And he's telling Heathcliff about this later because he yells in his sleep. And Heathcliff's like, what are you doing in this room? You're not supposed to be in this room. And he was like, I was just sorry. I had this dream. There was like this ghost lady trying to get in. I think her name was Catherine. And she was just like, and it's brutal too. It's crazy. Cause I'm like, oh, this is a Jane Eyre type book. And it's like, no, he's having a nightmare. And she breaks the window and reaches in and grabs him. And he grabs her arm and starts like rubbing it against the broken glass, trying to cut her hand off to be let go. I'm like, man, this is just wild. So that happens. And then he later hears Heathcliff like yelling at the window, like, Catherine, like, are you still there? Like, are you trying to haunt the house? Like, come back. And then towards the end, we're going to get back to that window and it's wide open, So it's like, I don't know. The ghosty shit I thought was kind of cool because it is a haunting tale.
And no one talks about it that way. No one is like Wuthering Heights, the ghost story.
The ghost story. So you asked me to pontificate, and I just talked for a very long time, even though we just made a joke about that.
You didn't pontificate. You just
stated a cool part of the book, which is what I think the listeners want.
You just did what your job is.
Yeah. Years pass. Edgar raises his daughter Kathy at Thrushcross Grange with deep affection, creating a peaceful, loving environment that contrasts sharply with the turmoil at Wuthering Heights. As Edgar's health begins to fail, he becomes increasingly protective of Kathy, hoping to shield her from the conflicts beyond their home. During this vulnerable time, Heathcliff draws Kathy into his sphere and entangles her with her nearly invalid cousin Linton, who has returned to Wuthering Heights after his mother's death. Heathcliff uses these connections to position himself to claim both estates.
Yeah, Heathcliff is like, how can I, now that I have my sickly son back, who's a whiny, sickly little boy, how can I use him and his illness to get what I want in life? And that's exactly what it is. How can I use him to get revenge on Kathy, Catherine's daughter? Which at first I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why are you taking it out on the love of your life's daughter? But then doesn't he kind of blame her for Catherine's death because she died giving birth to Kathy?
Well, it's the cyclical nature of all he knows and all he loves is he loves pain. He loves revenge. He loves hurting people. That's what he learns to love.
And he's really also, he's trying to get at Edgar, even though he's dead. He's like, he lives on through Thrushcross Grange. He's like, that's still the Linton's place. And he's like, and I have to take everything from everyone. So he's like, how do I get Thrushcross Grange? And the way he's going to do that is by getting his son, Linton, who's a bitch, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that.
He's the biggest bitch. And it's not just because he's a sickly kid. He's the biggest bitch.
He's just whiny.
Sad.
Yeah.
But it's also because Heathcliff could have been a good dad and taught him to be like him and like righted the wrongs. But he has this sickness. He has the revenge sickness.
Yeah.
And that is all consuming and kills you. Like John Wick as a dad, he would shoot his child. Like, you're like, oh no, he was in the right to not, like, he killed all those guys that killed his dog. And it's like, he's a monster.
He's a bad person. But this weird thing is happening in the book where Linton is being spoiled, kind of, or just ignored. But then Hindley's son, Heaton, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hindley's son, Hareton, is being raised like Heathcliff was. And so he's becoming gritty and tough because he's being raised on the farm, just like Heathcliff was. But Linton, his biological son, is just this spoiled little whiny bitch. And so it's so weird. The things that Heathcliff thinks would happen are not happening exactly how he wanted them to because he doesn't control how people react in situations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Also, he's the best line. He's talking to Nellie because Heathcliff has this weird, like, he'll confide in Nellie. They have a weird relationship. And Nellie hates him, but also like feels for him because she kind of saw the whole story. But anyways, he's talking to her and he's like, man, if he wasn't the object of my revenge against the people I hate the most, God, I'd really like him. He's a good boy. It's just the best.
It's like, are you hearing yourself, dude?
And he won't let him be educated, and he's like a servant to him. And which is wild because Hindley was such a fucking asshole as a dad. Hindley was such a bad dad, and he like dropped Hareton off a balcony, and then
Yeah.
Heathcliff
But
instinctively catches him and then looks up and realizes like, "Oh, I could have just if I'd have just let him drop, my revenge is done." Like, and so he almost like feels bad that he caught him. Oh man, Hareton's like a whole thing, but he doesn't let him be educated at all. And so, but he's fiercely loyal to Heathcliff because even though he's horrible, he's less horrible than Hindley. It's just wild, like how much perspective plays in. It's like, what did you have
Well, it's because he
before?
doesn't want to be horrible. Like he's horrible because he's decided to be. You know what I
He's a
mean? Like
different kind of horrible than Hindley. Hindley's
he's
lazy and
chosen.
negligent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because he's not. It's not the same. He's not cut from the same cloth. He became the thing he hated, and he's not the thing he hated, and so he can't fully be the thing he hated. He's just fighting against. It's the nature versus nurture thing again.
Yeah, exactly. Man, where was I going with that? So we were talking about Hareton. Oh yeah, so Kathy, he's just trying to get Thrushcross Grange, and so he hates his son Linton, but he's like, I have to use you because you can be the heir, and then you're gonna die because you're an invalid and you're sick all the time. You're gonna die,
which
and
is
then
so
I will
dark.
have.
It's so dark to be like, once my son dies, which will happen because he sucks, then I'll get
Could
what my
you
son has.
imagine just taking a look at your sick son and just being like, "Let me use this thing for something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
but
me
once
yeah.
you
get something
hear
across the
the
plate."
when you hear the dialogue of Linton, you're like, I kind of get it. Makes a little sense. No, I'm just kidding. But Linton is very
Linton
annoying.
sucks. Yeah, well, the problem is it's not moving fast enough. So Edgar is dying and Linton is dying, and Heathcliff's like, we got to make something happen. So he lures Kathy, who is not allowed to go to Wuthering Heights, basically says like Linton said he's gonna die without you, and lures her into the house and then locks the door. And so he's got Kathy and Nellie, and he's like, all right, here's the deal. You guys are getting married in the morning, and then you can go back and see your dying father. And she's like, please, I'll marry Linton right now. But my father, like, he might die tonight, and I can't live with myself. And he's like, nope, too bad. You're staying here tonight. You're getting married tomorrow. And then, like, he's just being horrible.
Which is the opposite thing that happened with what's her name, Catherine, where she got stuck at the other house.
Oh my
It's an
God. I didn't even think
inverse.
about
Whoa,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think
It's the
about that.
inverse thing. He's
Oh,
indoctrinating this fucking person.
See, that's the crazy thing.
What?
Yeah, totally. No, in his desire to get revenge, he's becoming the thing he
He's
hates.
just the word. That's why you don't hate just breeds hate. If you
mm,
And it doesn't work
ain't
out the
that
way you think it's gonna work.
ain't that just the
it's
way? Yeah, dude. She just, oh, man, this is another woman at this time period that wrote a masterpiece that I'm just like, I wish you'd have written more.
Seriously. And I wish
Man,
you had seen the I mean, I guess the reviews weren't great at the time because people were stupid.
because people didn't get it. But I think
Yeah,
it's
they
that thing
didn't
of
get
like
it.
back in the day, like the artists of the time, like I think it's throughout history, the best artists are the underrepresented people who have perspective.
Yeah, and the people who
mm,
no, you're right, who have, like, been in the trenches
Yeah.
and, you know
It's like why, like, once you get good at stand up, once you're selling out arenas, you get bad at stand up.
Yeah, no, but it's
uh,
like that's why I like Charles Bukowski a lot because he was just some guy working at a postal office, probably drinking himself to death, writing poetry and thinking nothing's ever gonna come of it. And then he wrote some really cool, real, raw stuff. But, like, he wasn't the guy on the New York Times bestseller, he was the guy working at the post office to survive.
Heathcliff's plan works. Kathy does marry Linton in the morning, and she does get home, and thankfully Edgar is still alive, and she can say her final goodbyes. Shortly after this, both Edgar and Linton die, according to plan, and Heathcliff now has control of Wuthering Heights and Thrushcross Grange. Yet, even with both estates under his command, his long awaited triumph feels hollow. He remains haunted by Catherine's memory.
So he got everything he wanted, and it's not it didn't feel as good as he thought. He's still empty inside because he's driven by hatred.
Taylor's oh my god, Social Network is Wuthering Heights. Think about no, wait, hold on.
Wait, no, walk me through it.
Because
You
at the
don't have
beginning
to.
he gets he like fucks up the whole thing with Rooney Mara,
Yeah.
and then he wants to get back at her, so he creates the Facebook where they're like raiding girls as like
Mm.
revenge. I'm talking about, it's not the real story of what actually happened, but in
Yeah.
the movie. And so he's getting back at her, and then in that getting back at her, he just kind of continues to succeed and succeed and succeed and succeed and succeed, and then it becomes he wants to be better than his friend Eduardo, and it's like this whole revenge story, and then it just ends with him requesting her thing over and over again. Oh
Yeah,
my
just
god,
being
it just rhymes. It
He
doesn't.
just
It's not.
wanted, yeah.
No, you're right. It's actually that's exactly what's happening. He finally got what he wanted, and now he's just right back to where he was before.
Which is why that
Just
movie's a modern masterpiece.
movie's good. I need to rewatch it.
And the best use of In the Hall of the Mountain King of all
Oh my
time.
god, and Army Hammer.
Hell
Oh, and
yeah.
also, did you know Andrew Garfield's not really Brazilian?
No, he's white. Yeah, that's
Also,
it is 2011. What are you gonna do?
Brenda Song is in that, and that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
That's
the best
true.
picture winner was the was it the King's Speech that year?
Probably the
Mm.
King's Speech.
Oh, I'm inbred.
Yeah, no wonder he has a stammer, dude. His
Yeah,
cousin's
come
his
on,
mom.
dude.
Yeah, his
Freaking-
mom's his sister and his dad. It's crazy.
I was extremely
shit.
inspired by that movie, but whatever.
King's Speech? Wait, did you have a
I
stutter?
love King's
No,
Speech.
it was really good.
No.
That was a low shot at it.
Sure, guys.
we can circle back. I love that movie.
That
Okay.
just really hit me. I'm just so surprised by that.
It's a good movie. I get why it won, but
I think it's about
No,
well, okay.
it's a fine movie. It's like a Netflix movie.
no.
It is meaningless. It's just like a kind of a cool little story.
Now Evan gets to tell his point of view.
No, I'll wrap it up real simple. I think it's about being a teacher and how to actually do that. How to actually like help somebody. It's about the mentor. It's not about. I don't give a fuck
It's not about
the
the king.
Oh fuck! Okay. Great read. Oh my god, I gotta watch it again now.
There we go.
Wow.
That's all I have to say about that.
Shove my foot back in my mouth.
Well, this is left Heathcliff in a weird position because Linton's dead, meaning Kathy's now a widow. She wasn't married long, but she's now a widow, and she is teaching Hareton to read. He just wants to read, and he wants to be like her because she comes back a lady. A lady has suddenly entered his house. He's a ruffian, always has been, and he wants to be like her, and she takes compassion on him and does not set him aside and is teaching him how to read. And Heathcliff is watching this like, oh, I created what I was trying to get away from, what I was trying to take revenge on, and I feel like I should be trying to stop this from happening. But he's like, I don't care anymore. Like, I just wanted Catherine. That's all I wanted. And none of this has brought her back. You know, it's just haunting. Oh, God.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's that thing of like stories rhyme. Like the whole Sins of the Father storyline that has been in every fucking movie. There was a year where every movie was about going to space as a dad.
Yeah.
Like,
the Ad Astra year.
Like, yeah, Ad Astra. That was the one that I was just like, that's enough. All right. It's a good movie. But this story just reverberates through time. And she just hit this nerve.
All right.
There's just there's so much to it. It's not even that huge of a book. This isn't War and Peace size, but
Which you've read. You've probably read it like right after you read the Iliad because you're a machine.
No, I read War and Peace a few years ago, and to be fair, I had to put it down for 6 months. I read 500 pages, put it down for 6 months, picked it up, read another 500. It's a big
Came
book.
back.
But like there's just so much to this book, and the themes behind it, it's insane. And that like Heathcliff has been this giant terrible person, finally gets what he wants, and he's like, I'm over it. It's whatever now. Like I'm still pretty damn unhappy. And I don't care to torture anyone anymore. He just becomes like indifferent. It's bizarre.
Rage didn't bring him any closer, right? Like he still finds himself at that window like, hunt me, damn it. You know, like he's just like,
because
He just wants her ghost
he's a
back,
living
yeah.
ghost.
Yeah, he's like, "Give me anything. Give me." He's
Yeah.
like, "I'm just gonna sit here by this window till you give me anything."
Which
It's
I
like
feel
every
like it brings it back to, like, it's the sins of the father thing, but I feel like he finds himself as that little boy back all alone at Wuthering Heights again, like, it's the perfect place to end the book, like, Heathcliff, because I feel like it raises the question again, like, is Heathcliff a villain or is he, like, a victim? Like, was this done to him or did he do this? And I feel like the answer is
both.
not clear, but it is both. Like, and that's how everything is. Like everything, you are both. Like it's happening to you, and you're doing it. You know, like technically, nothing is your fault. Like I've got the tattoo of like determinism. Like it's like everything going back. There's no free will. You just keep pulling the thread, and it's like, well, why did that happen? That happened for a reason. And it's just like this chain going backwards, determinism. But it's also true that, like, life is a hallucination. You've never had a single observation of objective reality. Everything is a hallucination in your mind. You have 2 little organs, like, rolling around in your head that bring in photons, and you make this picture out of it, and so it's like, there's no universe outside of your skull. You make everything. You're God, you know? And so it's like, it's both at the same time, and I feel like this, like, it's like she puts Heathcliff in this position where he's impossible to pin down. You can't draw the line of where does he stop being a victim when does he start being a villain? It's just like,
But it's oh my god,
And
this book is so fucking good.
And even then, the narrators are unreliable because the narrators are biased.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and have
Yeah.
their own. So it's like
openly.
you really, and I think that's why this book is still talked about because you can't pinpoint Heathcliff. He's one of
Yeah.
the most fascinating, polarizing characters ever written. But he's also one of like the most human characters ever written, and that's what is so damn powerful. I think.
Well, that's like the argument for modern art is that you bring something to it, and it's like what it makes you feel. Which I'm
Mhm.
like, I always go back and forth, where I'm just like, Jackson Pollock is trash, but I'm also like, yeah. But
It's
sometimes you look
still-
at him and
it's
you're just like,
still-
that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know, because I think
Yeah.
that the point of art is that you have to build a beautiful house and then say like, well, what do you fill it with? I think that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
And oh god, I'm the fucking worst. But but that's what this book, like, I haven't, of the books that we've read so far, I feel like this is the best encapsulation of that. Of like
Yeah.
it builds you this beautiful ornate, just like mansion.
Really? Yeah.
And
It's
then
like a
you're just
Wuthering
like,
Heights
what's in
mansion.
there? Okay.
What's in this Wuthering Heights?
Where are these? Why did she not call it Thrush Cross?
Because that name is a
It's
mouthful.
terrible.
It's
and it's
hard to
also the
say.
name of like
Yeah.
something that ladies get in their downstairs.
Ew, gross.
It makes them very
So
cross.
Thrush
Yeah.
range is like a real term.
Not the range part, but yeah.
Also, a moor is a big field with cliffs in it, and a heath is a field, and his name is Heathcliff. I'm
But
just saying. I think
that's what we're
Emily
saying.
is a
It's
little
these-
on the nose.
It's these like, I think that's, oh my god, I'm obsessed with this idea of like these people who just are like trapped in a room with nothing to make them smart or do anything, and they just have to pull from what we talked about with Mary Shelley. They like went past an alchemist castle, and she was like, what the hell are they doing in there? And made Frankenstein.
Like, that's
You
pretty
know what I
neat.
mean? Like,
Here's
it's
the best book of all time.
that's
Yeah.
what like inspiration in like great art is. It's not like, oh my god, I have the perfect dichotomy of how to do dichotomy.
Yeah.
How to
And
do
I was talking
everything.
to a guy today whose uncle-in-law, like they're distantly related, is Orson Scott Card, the author of Ender's Game.
Oh,
yeah.
yep.
And he was like, I was like, what's he like? He's like crazy. Like his short fiction is especially psychotic. I was like, he's got to be an interesting guy. And he was like, oh yeah, he's super interesting. He's the smartest person that I know. And he's like way too smart. And he has like no outlet for that. So like every time he talks, he just sounds like holier than thou and like trying to prove why he's the smartest. And he's like, and I kind of feel bad for him because I feel like there's just no one smart enough around you to like understand what you're saying, which is probably why you go home and write books, you know? And
Well,
I'm
I
like,
think that-
that's how it is though. Yeah.
I think I I won't say what, but I think that's a thing for artistic people is it's not that you're smarter. It's like being able to it's like Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. It's like I can read the road and I know where things are going and I just see things in a certain way and I can only express that by like telling this big tale. You know, like
Yeah.
it's
Which we've
not
talked
that
about
yeah,
Mhm.
before. Yeah.
you're not smarter than anybody. You just like you can tell like, oh, somebody just walked over there, and people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And you're just like, "All right, how do
All
I?"
right.
Yeah,
let's
it's
let's
all
back
just
it up.
yeah.
It's like you're not like genius. Like L. Ron Hubbard did that. I feel like that's how people talk about L. Ron Hubbard is like he was this genius. And it's like genius is not. Or fucking Kanye calls himself a genius. Genius is not. It's just thinking different than the other people in like an otherworldly way, where it's just you're reading things differently. You see a
Yeah.
different color.
Yeah.
It's
And
yeah,
it's
it's
you're not special. Other people can do that. The special thing is that you expressed it.
yeah, that's it. It's
Mm.
it's putting the rubber to the road and expressing it because everyone has a different perspective that is unique and beautiful, but Van
And
Gogh
everybody
decided
can
to
do it.
paint. Yeah,
Yeah.
he decided to paint what he saw and his unique
Mm.
experience and perspective, and he didn't get credit for it at the time, but, but it's one of the most beautiful things you can see with the human eye, and so, I don't know, it's I like that everyone has that in them, but it's like you just gotta express it. There's Elon Musk is not a genius. He just had tools to express himself in a certain way and manipulate people in a certain way to call himself a genius and have his AI call him a genius. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But like
His
making
new
your
AI loves him, dude.
I
oh
know.
my god. But it's that thing of like all these AI guys. It's like you just made another brain. You didn't do anything. You just made the way you see things into another thing. It's like when you
Yeah.
have that dumb jock at high school who has a kid and then makes that kid a dumb jock in high school. You're just like, oh, you just did it twice, but they are doing it
There
to
you go.
tank our
Yeah,
economy and kill
but
us
they
all and
didn't
start
really
experiment. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
that's the answer to this book. Is Heathcliff the hero or the villain? He's both.
Well, you got
Well, Heathcliff's obsession consumes him until he dies. So, seemingly at peace, only when he imagines reuniting with Catherine. The younger generation, Kathy and Harriton, begin repairing the damage left behind, hinting at a future shaped by healing rather than by vengeance. He kind of starves himself to death.
Yeah.
He like
he
stops
just
eating, but
wastes away. I love that he wastes away. He has no
yeah.
more sustenance.
But again, Nellie finds him in the room, in the attic room. It's pouring rain, and he's in his bed with like a grin on his face. It's unsettling to the servants, but the window's wide open, letting the rain in. And then people think that they see them both together. They keep seeing ghosts all over the moors. And like there's like a shepherd boy who's all scared because he's like, I saw like Heathcliff and Catherine under a tree. And he's like, my sheep won't go like past that tree.
This is dumb. It's almost like he dies when he leaves, and then it's this living demon ghost that comes back, and it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
because like the rules of a ghost are like it has unfinished business. It's like he comes back, finishes his business, and then
They just get to be
moves
ghosts on the
on,
moors
and then
again.
there are
Ghost on the
ghosts on the
Moor.
moors. But like it is like it's a living ghost is what he becomes because that's what happens to you when you have unresolved shit.
Unresolved issues. It is this weird. It's a hauntingly beautiful love story. I think if I had to sum it up, it's more than that. It's everything.
Sum it up.
This
I
book
would,
is
yeah,
insane.
it's so good. All right. So let's get some book facts before we wrap it up. Heathcliff's origin remains intentionally vague. Bronte left it mysterious on purpose. He's just Heathcliff. They don't say where he comes from. That's who he is.
They do though. That's the thing that bugs me. They keep
No, they don't.
saying they hint they like guess at it, but it's the other. It's just another.
But it's
Yeah.
people with their bias and stuff
Yeah.
guessing.
Yeah.
The novel's structure inspired modern psychological fiction and nonlinear storytelling because the narrative's
Pulp
jumping around a
Fiction.
lot. Pulp Fiction, my
Fiction,
God.
Sirens of Titan. Yeah.
Oh my God, Science of Titan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it jumps around a ton, and the narrative is like, yeah, the narrator is a little bit unreliable because she has her
Because she's just repeating
bias.
her memory. And
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Lockwood. The whole reason this story is told is because it's told to Lockwood. He moves into Thrushcross Grange and he's like, everybody here's mean. What's going on, Nellie? And Nellie's like, well, let me tell you. And then the book. But
it's just
he
some guy
ends.
who's just like, what did I move into?
Yeah.
What is this?
No, and he's also like, hey, it seems like not everything is all like good up at Wuthering Heights. And she's like, oh no, it's not good. And he's like, oh, spill. Like, tell me all the tea. And then she's like, well, there's like heavy abuse and like vengeance and vendettas. And he's like, oh my God.
He's like, I
whoa.
love it.
Yeah, it's
He's
that
like,
thing where you,
He's like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna come back. You tell me so much more.
Tell me
what's
the
that
more.
thing where you're just like, oh, you look like you have a fun story, and they're just like, guess what? Somebody got abused and murdered here, and you're just like, oh,
You're like,
shit,
oh,
this
Yeah,
is
Lockwood is such a
Oh, that's
gossip.
deep. That's. I thought we were gonna have a fun little gossip session. Turns out this
It's
guy
not
had
fun.
generational trauma
Oh, damn, that's sad.
impacted upon him. Oh, well, I'm
But-
gonna go.
Yeah. Oh well, this was fun. He does do. He like leaves Thrushcross Grange for a really long time, like months, years, right? No,
Yeah.
no, 8
I
months. He
can't
comes
remember.
back
Yeah.
8 months later, and he's like, everybody's like happy at Wuthering Heights, and he's like, what's going on? And Nellie's like, well, Heathcliff died, and so
He's like, oh, that checks out.
We literally exorcised the ghost.
yeah, so he hears the story of Heathcliff's death, and then he goes and Heathcliff like makes a last minute decision to get buried instead of his original plan, which was to get buried basically like where Edgar was and then move Edgar somewhere else.
And he had like
He
a
decides-
whole devious plan to like
Yeah.
remove Edgar's dead body and replace his. It's crazy.
But he decides to like be buried next to Catherine and Edgar, so it's like she's just a sandwich. Which, anyways, Lockwood goes to the graves right at the end, and they end the whole story with the paragraph where he's like, "I defy anyone to tell me these spirits aren't at rest," which I
Yeah.
think is like a fascinating. Anyway, sorry, coming back
It
to
is
like
cool. Don't
the
say
last
sorry.
paragraph.
What are you talking about? We've
It's
been
fascinating.
monologuing about
It's
nothing.
fascinating.
I know. What am I even saying? Wuthering Heights has been adapted 8 million times. That's a real figure. It's so many times. Kate Bush's iconic song called Wuthering Heights was inspired by the book's final scenes.
What?
Would not have
Yeah.
guessed that based
I
on the title.
wouldn't.
Didn't
No,
see
I
that
thought
coming.
that was about just a really high place that was slowly like chipping away.
I thought she was
Yeah.
just saying Werther's Originals wrong.
I thought she was just saying, running up that hill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kate
that's
Bush
the only
has
thing I
one
know
song.
Kate
she's
Bush
not-
has one song.
When I found out
It's
she
just-
wasn't dead, I was like, no fucking way.
What?
She's
She's
like,
like,
I'm
I'm so
dead.
glad that my song's popular again. I was like, you shouldn't be. You should be gone.
Yeah. Fuck that. I'm tired of TikTok making old songs like super popular. The whole like Let Down by Radiohead thing, everybody's all about that song now. And I'm like,
Where were you?
that used to be something that I knew about
Yeah.
that no one else did. And I felt pretty good about that. And it is
Yeah.
amazing.
It
Yeah,
was an
man.
old man.
It's a good song, Let Down by Radiohead. It's really good. It's really
It is
fucking
great.
good.
I always go back and forth on Radiohead.
I go fourth. I go fourth on Radiohead.
I only go fourth. I never go back.
love that. Ghosts. What do you think? Real?
Sure.
Kyle,
Yeah.
no, you tell me. Do you think ghosts are real?
He doesn't.
But
Look at him.
I think the spirits are real, and I believe that
What's
something
the difference,
happens.
pal? What's the difference, buddy?
Well, because
Do they haunt places and people?
I think more often than not, no, but I'm not discounting it.
But you believe in spirits, but isn't spirit synonymous with ghosts?
Well, not the modern interpretation of ghosts.
Do you guys
Sorry.
want to know my opinion about
Nah,
ghosts?
I'm
Somebody
like, yeah,
asked
go
me.
No, we're good.
No. I'm gonna
Okay,
talk,
fine.
and then you'll read something for us.
Yeah, what's your opinion, Evan?
I think we make ghosts, but that doesn't make it so they're not real. Like I think when enough people say a place is haunted, you're gonna feel real spooky in there, and like maybe even stuff could move. We don't know how it works.
Yeah, no, I agree with that as well. Yeah,
That's what I think about ghosts.
I think the more you give anything power, the more power it has. Put that on a t-shirt, jackasses.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us for Wuthering Heights. Boy, oh boy, this book took us on a journey. We just named a book, and we couldn't have known how much this book would just come into our lives and tear them apart and put them back together again so lovingly. Well, follow us on Audible and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Follow us on all the platforms, every single platform. If you know of a platform that you can follow us on, follow us there.
Instagram, YouTube.
For goodness sakes.
We're freaking everywhere.
We're
everywhere.
We didn't do book in one word. Haunting. I took it.
Damn it.
Gosh,
That's the
dang
first
it.
one that felt to me.
Ha
Tragic.
Poignant.
I love it. Okay, amazing. Well, we love you all. Parting advice, Mac. You did it last time. You want to do it again? You
Yeah, do
get
it
two
again. You
parts of
chose.
parting advice.
If you have an issue with your dad, get over it.
That seems like an oversimplification.
Just
Easy,
get
folks.
over it.
It's that easy. We'll be back
Just
next
get
week.
over it, pussy.